Academy versus Golden Guardians Academy. As you can see right now, just going for a typical line of scrimmage. 100 Thieves Academy have drafted a composition that is trying to see if it not only can survive the late game, but be able to survive what is about to happen from Golden Guardians Academy. This team fight comp that's trying to see if they can win pretty hard in the top side of the map to be able to then snowball with the Blaze Olive and Hard rotating around the map. Zion Spartan might be able to join in as well. That's really what they want to be able to do. They have a lot of explosive damage that is going to come out in the mid game. If they're able to do that, they're going to be able to find victory and secure that like they have in the past, unfortunately for them, especially when you look at yesterday's results for both of the teams. Not really having the best of time, both of them having dropped games. 100 Thieves Academy having gotten kind of trounced by that of Dignitas Academy, who played a very similar type of composition to that of Golden Guardians Academy here. You see the Wukong top lane again going against Fake God. This time Fake God not going for the Renekton into the matchup, instead opting for Urgot. Even going for press the attack Urgot to really try to see if he can bully around Zion Spartan early. Unlike the normal Conqueror that you tend to see on Urgot, of course, he does have that flexibility to be able to go for either. Try to see if he's going to be able to keep pace with Zion Spartan, kite him out so that the Conqueror isn't really going to be that much of an effect for Wukong top side. As for now, just going to see the mid lane clearing out against one another. Level 2 spike for the bot lane. Breezy definitely wants to be able to get that. Wants to see if he can jump on top of Chime and be able to beat him. But unfortunately, it does seem that Keith and Chime playing aggressively here against Prismal and Breezy. Breezy stepping in for the shoes of Poom, who got promoted up to the LCS after only being in Academy for a short time, really being able to prove himself. Breezy wants to do the same. Wants to be able to come back into Academy, show that he deserves to be in that LCS spot or even be able to retain his Academy spot. He had been benched for a little bit, Poom having stepped in for him for the beginning part of Academy. So this is where he wants to be able to show that there was a reason he was picked up in the off-season right before 2020 season had commenced, that he has power to be able to dominate in the spot lane. But unfortunately, Chime, another rookie face, another player who was brought in from Scouting Grounds, was picked up before, I believe it was actually by Dig that drafted him, but they didn't sign him. He wasn't really signed, in fact, until the summer season by Golden Guardians Academy. He played on Supernova beforehand. So now this is his time to shine. He gets Keith, who's back into the 80 carry role. He's been playing that for this split, having last split played as a support. Feeling a little bit more confident. There's going to be a fight around the Scuttle Crab. Here comes the gold card onto Soligo, going to be able to cleanse, but wasn't able to dodge away from the spear. Instead, it is Breezy who's there to be able to protect him. Chime having a level lead over Breezy. Easily gets over the wall with Battle Dance. Not threatened by the slightest engage coming in from Breezy, saying, I have the level lead. Therefore, my team is going to be able to get the Scuttle Crab. Good trade of damage onto Keith. Here comes the pillar, but both bot laners on the side of Golden Guardians Academy going to be able to easily escape from dodge, get over the wall. They both can dash, flash, whatever they need to. They have a little bit of cash in their pockets as well, so they're going to opt to send Keith back. He hasn't gotten enough for that tier, so instead just going to see if he can buy the closer to maybe the Sheen proc so he can get Triforce a little bit earlier. You don't really see that tier stack anymore from Ezreal, not as often as you used to. Back in the days when it was the Manamune and the Seraph's Embrace builds, those were the days where you saw a lot of shenaniganery, the mixed damage bag that Ezreal used to be. Still having a little bit of that in his kit, but not quite to the same level. But still, it's not necessarily the best buy for Keith, having gone for boots and just a mana crystal. You want to see if you can usually get more off of the back than that. Prismal Breezy, give him a little bit more extra time with the bot lane to be able to shove that back into Keith and Chime. And it's hard. It's playing towards the top side of the map like he likes to. Look at how Golden Guardians have played throughout this split. They put a lot of priority in playing around the top side and getting Rift Herald. They want to be able to get these early Shellys and use them. 71% of their games have been them getting at least one of the Rift Heralds usually want to make sure that they can play around that. In fact, we see an early TP into the top side coming in from a Blaze Olive, looking for the stun on a Fake God. First blood comes in for the... bit of an issue. I think there's just a free pickup. There we go. That might have been my bad. My internet is not the best. I do apologize for that. So now, Hard is just going to be clearing out some of the jungle. It was a good rotation coming in from a Blaze Olive. Since he does have Destiny Gate, TPing into a lane to be able to make a play like that is a worthwhile endeavor, especially when you're not expecting it. Only a level 5 Twisted Fate, you wouldn't expect him to try to see if he can make a play like that. And it benefits Golden Guardians beautifully. Gets them that little bit of lead, puts it onto Zion Spartan, onto this Wukong, this veteran player, to be able to lead the helm for Golden Guardians Academy now. But Fake God still was able to TP back to lane, shove the lane back into Zion Spartan, even has a little bit of a TP discrepancy between the two, as Zion Spartan wanted to see if he can hold on a little bit longer to be able to get the Tiamat to clear out just as well as Fake God's going to be able to. This will be able to give him a little bit more priority in that top lane against Fake God. Fake God, in fact, might even get solo killed in that top lane. He does. Solo kill for Zion Spartan off screen. He even flashed away, but it was flashed by Zion Spartan to be able to keep up with that. This is what you'd expect out of a veteran player such as Zion Spartan, formerly Darshan. Top laner formerly known as Darshan. Already off to a 2-0 commanding lead over Fake God. Showing who's got the real prowess in that top lane. Even though Urgot is considered something to be pretty safe, pretty standard, having gone for the press of the attack to try to see if he can keep up with Wukong, try to see if he can get more damage onto Wukong, as opposed to going for Conqueror to try to see if he can sustain against him. Not paying off too well for Fake God, as Breezy did want to engage on Chime, but Chime saying, nope, not having any of that, easily gets out of there. All the while, Breezy, since he was able to get at least the Battle Dance out of Chime, his team's going to be able to rotate over towards this Cloud Dragon, looking to see if they can pick up their first objective of the game. Going to be pretty easily secured. As you can even see Hard on your minimap here on the top side. They know that they got bot lane pushed in pretty hard. They're all going to be rotating for that dragon. Might as well steal the blue buff. Hard. Okay, so you normally want to do that when you're on a ward to assert dominance, but nobody could see that. So unfortunately, they don't know that you made that play. They don't know you used flash. Maybe that's the play. It's the big brain. If it's the Schrodinger's flash. Nobody knows whether you have it or not because they didn't see it. So do you even have flash at this point? They have to assume yes. Well, we know no. Smidios is going to rotate to the top side to see all his jungle is gone. Nothing is left there. Hard will be able to continue to play around that top side of the map as the bot lane is going to be a lot of damage. Another good fight. Blaze Olive rotating around the map perfectly. This time I believe it wasn't even the TP play. It was purely the Destiny Gate that he was able to open up. He had TP back into lane and then went for Destiny Gate further out from that. But the big brain play is coming in from Golden Guardians to now have 3 kills, 2,000 gold over 100 Thieves Academy. Their composition working perfectly, as it should in these early stages of the game. Trying to snowball out of control before 100 Thieves Academy are going to be able to soak up a lot of the damage, absorb it through Meteos and Fake God, and then dish it back out with Slaligo and Prismal, all the while Breezy able to engage these fights. As long as you make it so they're not going to be able to scale up like that, Golden Guardians are going to have an easy time. They even get themselves onto that Rift Herald. That's what we expected to see from them. Winning top lane. Already have a Blaze Olive rotating around the map like a god. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to be able to play around this top lane. Hard might even want to be able to use the Rift Herald, get these plates, continue to pile more gold into Wukong, make him a rich monkey indeed. He is truly going to be an emperor in that top lane. As Fake God realizes he can't really fight against this. He's trying to see if he can get away, going to be able to dodge away from the spear to deny that engage from Hard and Zion Spartan, but really that wasn't even the play. They purely wanted to be able to get the turret plates over for Zion Spartan, continuing that with the first turret. Meteos, since he saw Hard in the top lane, wants to be able to see if he can steal away the blue buff himself, but here comes the engage. Trying to see if they can fight back. Blaze Olive on the other side. Meteos has been taken pretty low. They're going to be able to throw out the cards, not going to be able to steal it away. Meteos was able to smite it down. Unfortunately, not able to give that over to Slingo like he would have liked to. Had to make sure that it did not go over to a Blaze Olive especially. So with that, They get away with robbery. They get out of there. The burglary. It works out well. In fact, I don't know why that... Okay, so Trundle has a constable skin, but he doesn't have, like, a thief, like a burglar skin. I just realized that. That's interesting. Twitch and Evelyn have one. It would be kind of funny to see Trundle have both the constable one as well as the robber one. I think that'd be cool. Anyways, back to the game at hand. You can see items starting to get completed. Keith does have the Tear of the Goddess now. Going to be able to stack that up. Has Sheen as well. That's usually one of the bigger power spikes that you can get for Ezreal, especially if you're going to be able to complete that into the Iceborne Gauntlet. Blaze Olive. He's got himself Rod of Ages. You can see Hard doing well as well, having Runic Echoes. Zion Spartan, sure, doesn't have the completed item, but already having Tiamat and Phage compared to just the Kindle Gem on the other side with Ninja Tabbies. Baekon not doing so well. He just shoved in pretty far in that top lane. Zion Spartan gonna assert dominance on this top quadrant of the map. This is now his. He is remaining king of the top lane. Looking to see if he can fight 2v1. Has Hard nearby, so Ligo even there if they want to be able to look for a little bit more of a play, but they can't. They know that they can't really fight too well. It's a 2-level lead for Hard over Meteos, who already used Subjugate onto Zion Spartan. Because that's gone, it's going to mean that Hard now takes more of the jungle away from Meteos, continuing to have that massive lead over Meteos. As Meteos does want to be able to see if he can get himself back into the LCS, but they're going to be able to play until the bot lane. Destiny Gate was opened up, and Keith is going to be able to pick up the kill onto Prismal. Breezy, unfortunately too late. He wanted to be able to rotate around. Not having the boost of mobility that you sometimes see when a support wants to be able to make those plays by going elsewhere. Only having the Merc Threads to be able to stay alive a little bit longer means that, unfortunately, you're too late to be able to save your immobile Aphelios. Didn't have flash up, only had heal, died immediately. So Ligo now in trouble from Hard. Emperor's Divide does not connect. Unfortunate for Saligo. This feels like the side of 100 Thieves are out of sorts. It's only 12.5 minutes into the game, and they're 4,000 gold behind Golden Guardians. Continuing to make these early plays. They're copying the playbook of Dignitas Academy from yesterday. Purely wanting to put pressure on to 100 Thieves, saying, you know, people think that Golden Guardians are only going to be able to play in the late game. They have an average game time this split of 36 minutes. Well, 100 Thieves, they're the ones with the 33-minute average time, but they tend to win when the games last longer. As opposed to Golden Guardians, it's been mixed bag. They've been kind of uncertain about how to really play. And just look over to how games went yesterday against TSM Academy, who are currently the leaders in the summer split. It just wasn't a good match. It wasn't a good match for either squad. It was messy, it was chaotic. TSM Academy were able to find better plays around the objectives, be able to find the picks that they needed to. I think it was just one bad Baron fight that came in from TSM that kind of gave a lot of the gold back over to Golden Guardians, but it wasn't enough for them to be able to come back into the game. So this time, Golden Guardians just decided to get themselves this early lead, get themselves a lot of gold, especially putting that into Zion Spartan, a Blaze Olive, a player that a lot of people have touted being deserving of an LCS spot. And he's been proving himself constantly in Academy. Maybe soon we could see him take up the reins into that into the top tier of LCS mid laners for homegrown talent. That's something a lot of people have been wanting to see. Even last split, he did play for TSM Academy, I believe, when they won the spring split in 2019. So there's a lot of good you can talk about with a Blaze Olive, and he's showing that here with Twisted Fate, a champion that has been rising in priority, rising in popularity because of those early plays he can make, being able to rotate around the map, plus having pretty good late game where he can scale up well, having Rod of Ages, already got a Sheen proc as well, using those speedy boots to be able to move around the map a little bit faster. It's all looking well, but here comes the Goon Squad in from 100 Thieves Academy into the mid lane, looking to see if they can get a Blaze Olive, who is a little far out. There's going to be the flash coming in from Chime, getting a good knockup that they need to. They have the damage on Meteos. They're going to be able to pick up the kill. Prismal not going to be able to get away. Zion Spartan continuing the chase. Cyclones them to hell. Breezy, the last one surviving, gets away from that queue of Keith with Baekon. Too late to help out anybody. You can see Golden Guardians continuing to put this pressure on the 100 Thieves Academy, never relenting. This should be the tier 1 in mid with Baekon looking on in awe nothing he could really do to be able to help his team. Breezy was too low. Everyone else was dead. And with that, we even see that the second Rift Herald of the game is going to spawn, which means Golden Guardians continue their domination of this top half of the map, get themselves yet another objective, and will be able to crack open some more turrets here at only 15.5 minutes. Right now, this is looking clean and clinical out of Golden Guardians Academy. No turrets have fallen. No deaths to speak of. They're playing this one wisely. Even a Blaze Olive there, it looked like he was caught out. He was so far. The engage came in from 100 Thieves, yet he still got out of there alive. And then Chime re-engaged the fight. Great grand entrance to be able to get a huge 3-man knockup to win that fight for Golden Guardians Academy. Seems almost impossible now for 100 Thieves Academy to do anything. They wanted to scale up. They wanted to survive in this mid game. They're not doing so well at all. They're falling behind. You look at poor Prismal right now. It's 0-3-0 on that Aphelios. Sure, a lot of the gold is on the Blaze Olive and not on Keith, but it doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. Both of them are going to be scary here in this mid game. You got Hard, who's 0-0-1, which is surprising for how many plays he's been able to make around the map. Constantly able to put the pressure, but because there's that early kill for Zion Spartan, he's now 4-0-1 on Wukong. Has the Triforce completed, has gotten himself that Tiamat as well. Looking at Keith's build, and I always forget Ezreal's builds. I always have to remind myself exactly how it is. It's like, which build is it now that they use? Because he has so many varied builds that can go. It's like, okay, they have Muramana. Gonna go for Iceborne Gauntlet, that's right. Triforce, dumb. That's not used anymore. It's not the Triforce Blade of the Rune King build anymore. This is the more standard build that we often see. It'd be a little bit tankier, do the same amount of damage to people, constantly poking at them with his Q. It's gonna be another turret that falls for 100 Thieves Academy, with nary a concern on the side of Golden Guardians Academy. They are not even ruffled by the side of 100 Thieves, who back off, relent this pressure. If you keep giving up these objectives uncontested, you're just going to end up losing the game, you guys. You got to fight back. You've got to have some life soon. Sure, you look at the item builds, and they really got nothing so far. Haven't even completed the Black Cleaver yet of Fate God. While over on the other side, Zion Spartan has Triforce and Tiamat already completed. Looking to see if they can at least go for a dive onto Zion Spartan, but can't cycle enough. You can easily use that to be able to disengage, and I don't think that would go well. Even if you have Breezy, Fate God, and Meteos here, you are not going to be able to contest that. They see that too. They back off of the fight, saying, none of us are strong enough. None of us have a completed item. The only one on our team, now, second one actually, having a completed item was the Ligo with the Nashor Tooth. Infinity Edge is going to be completed by Prismal. But look at this. Zion Spartan knows. You think you can trick him? He's been around the game for so long. You're using all this pressure from Breezy in the top lane. Hard's easily going to be able to get this Infernal Dragon for the team. And look, nobody's nearby. Vision, not there for 100 Thieves. Nothing they can do to really be able to contest this objective. Yet again, another objective going down the wayside for 100 Thieves Academy. I get that you wanted to be able to hold up. You didn't want to actually fight in this early to mid game. You want to say, we can scale up better. We're going to be able to outlast and survive. But you at least got to make sure you're not bleeding out and hemorrhaging that lead while you're trying to survive. It's pretty much you're the Black Knight from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. 'Tis but a scratch, and you've lost your arms, your legs, and you're just kind of sitting there, and you're not even able to hold the sword in your hands. That's what you are right now, 100 Thieves. You got to at least do something. Gnaw at his ankles, their ankles, if you have to. Just put up a fight, please. Because for now, it is going to be continued push, continued pressure coming in from Golden Guardians Academy. Fate God underneath his tier 2. Got to back away. Here's the Rift Herald popped by Hard. That's going to be easily able to crack that, I think. They have 4 members nearby. Everyone trying to see if they can rotate on the side of 100 Thieves Academy, but you have Saligo, who doesn't have TP. Not going to be able to join this. Easily, a Blaze Olive can push in the minions and then join in the fight. There's going to go the turret. They're going to be able to get the knockup on a Fate God. Cyclone comes in. They're trying to see if they can burst him down. They do. Destiny Gate was opened up. They're going to be able to get the stun that they need to with the knockup on the Breezy, and he's going to die with a double kill for Keith. Well executed yet again out of Golden Guardians. Looking golden in this. The only 3 members of 100 Thieves are surviving, with minions already pushing in onto an inhibitor turret. This is what I was talking about. They have nothing they can really do. The pressure from a Blaze Olive was able to get the stun on the Meteos. He now has the aggro from the turret, but that helps out the team so much more. They now crack the inhibitor turret. Already getting that just over the 20-minute mark, but that worked so well for them. Tons of gold is now going to be in their pockets. The Baron has spawned. They have all that vision control on the top half of the map. 400 Thieves, they have to quickly go clear out that vision. See if they can fight back. See if they can contest some of that river control. Because if they don't do that now, it's going to be a Baron snuck out from under you at 21, 22 minutes with no fight at all. Nothing coming in from the 100 Thieves. There's Breezy, there's Meteos, finally stepping out into the jungle. You can tell that Meteos wants to get a little further with his contestation of that vision, seeing that it was only the traps out of Nidalee, nothing to really put a front about. Man, looking devastating. I'm looking at the build still. There's an Executioner's Calling coming in from FakeGod, trying to see if he can deal with a little bit of the healing from Nidalee as well as from Zion Spartan, since he is working towards that Death Dance. One of the best ways to be able to counter that item, since it's really powerful on melee bruisers such as Wukong. Even going to have Keith going for the Blade of the Rune King to be able to heal up a little bit more. You're going to try to cut the best you can, but with how fast they cut through you as Urgot, I don't know if that's going to work out so well, unfortunately. He might die before he actually is even able to get enough of the Grievous Wound procs on any member. Surprisingly, though, the CS isn't as terrible as you'd expect with a 0-9 score lead, a 10,000 gold difference between the two teams. At least they're able to keep up with that. It's keeping them semi-relevant. Unfortunately, it's using that with massive quotations around it because look at this. Zion Spartan by himself, just like, FakeGod, I dare you. I dare you to fight me under this tier 2. I can solo it with you watching me. It's that easy for me, dude. And FakeGod realizes who the real god in that top lane is right now. He's relenting all this pressure over to Zion Spartan, giving the control to him. But here comes Destiny Gate, opened up, looking for the stun onto Meteos. Take out the jungler. You know what that means. Easy Baron afterwards. You've got to be able to heal up with that Subjugate for now. But it's the damage and the exhaust still there. Keith is over on the other side of the wall. They're going to be able to get the stun that they need to with the killing spree for a Blaze Olive. Not having a jungler means the Baron is that much easier for the side of GGSA. Nothing that 100 Thieves Academy can do. They want to be able to fight over this, but Zion Spartan is going to loom. He's going to make sure that there is always the flank in from Wukong. He's been doing so much damage in this game. The Baron has been started up by 100 Thieves Academy. There is a TP. There is a good ward that could be used by FakeGod, but he's not able to get there just yet. They're going to be able to spot that out with the blue trinket. Here's Zion Spartan looking to see if he can feign the engage. No decoy today. It's down to below 50%. Meteos is back up. It's taken them a long time to be able to get this. Golden Guardians Academy, you got to be able to see, at least see if he can secure this or look for the fight. It was a 45. Look how much damage now was taken by Chime. They have to back out of that one. Golden Guardians Academy, despite having the tempo and could have looked for the fight, they disengage, too afraid of losing anything, and it might be the perfect game gone. Tier 1 mid is down. No one dies in the fight, but the turret is no more for GGSA. It is unfortunate that they almost had the perfect game. They were doing so well up until that moment. One little hiccup, though, does not mean the end of the world. They still have a 10,000 gold lead. There is an Infernal Rift now with Infernal Point Soul. No, it's what is it? Match Point Soul. Infernal Soul Point. There it is. After this dragon, so they'll be within that Infernal Soul, that explosive amount of damage that they're going to be able to get off of that. You can even see the inventories. They do have more items completed. Death Dance, having been finished by Zion Spartan, Athenes, and Holy Grail, coming in from Part as well as Stopwatch. Lich Bane, working towards that death cap. Still haven't completed the Blade of the Rune King for Keith, but really not as important as those other two items you see in his inventory. Those being the catalyst of his damage and his mid-game power spike. Everyone else, though, on the side of 100 Thieves, still trying to see if they can get back into this game. Not having that completed item yet for Meteos, has not been able to get the Gargoyle Stone Plate. The longer it takes, the easier he dies, is how these fights are going to spell out. Having only the Cinderhawk, you look over to Silico, at least you got the Leandries. You got yourself that Gnasher's Tooth that you bought a while ago. Same thing coming in for Prismal, 2 items completed. It's going to be able to help him, but a lot of damage onto the tier 2. It's going to be the True Shot Barrage, just trying to see if he can at least get some of the minions. They don't have any minions to back him up. All the members of 100 Thieves Academy going to be able to scare them off for now, but they're just waiting for the minions. They're not too threatened by 100 Thieves Academy. He's going to continue to chip away at the health bars. Use Q, Mystic Shot Q as many times as he can, but here comes the Solar Flare, not going to be able to connect on a hard as he flashes away. Chime going to be able to escape for now. They got the stun. They blew up Fake God. He died so quickly in that fight, he's not able to do anything really. All he did was dive into the back line, get the flash out of hard, and die for it. Without him now, there's the TP flank gone, waiting for the minions to chakram. Couldn't do a lot of damage to Keith, but he's going to be healed right back up by that of hard. Nidalee going to be able to keep him safe. Of course, they did take a little bit more damage than they would have liked to on the side of GGSA, so they'll back off for now. Spend a little bit more of the gold. There it is. Keith has now gotten his Blade of the Ruin King. Blades all of it, just shy. Oh wait, let's see. Ah, there it is. He's got it. I was about to say, I'd be surprised if he was just shy of getting that death cap. He's got that completed now. Everyone looking so scary. They do have at least one Gargoyle Stone Plate completed on the side of 100 Thieves. Had that in the pocket of Breezy. So Breezy is able to engage. It's going to really be able to help them out. But they need Meteos to get that Gargoyle Stew. But look at this. Every ounce of gold has been strangled away from him. Hard has made sure to take all that belongs to him, never giving him that pressure. That's the only CS lead that we got to talk about. That's the one that's been critical, because it's been denying Meteos of everything. Gromp, immediately it spawns, immediately it's taken away by Hard. Never giving anything to Meteos. He's never going to be able to get towards that Gargoyle Stone Plate and be an issue when it comes to the next Baron fight. This is tier 2, still threatened. One more auto coming in from Keith. He doesn't actually auto it despite having that W on it. Oh, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for him to be able to get that burst of damage. And unfortunately, just shy of the Essence Flux damage that he would have gotten, since it is... I always got to talk about it whenever I see Ezreal, how they changed them with his rework. There it is, and pop. Waiting for it. He's so much better at being able to siege turrets than he once was. Of course, it meant at the cost of AP Ezreal, but I think that's okay as a Blazed Olive. Just gonna use Ghost. Gonna be able to get the stun. There was the dash in from Fake God. He uses Exhaust as well. You know Meteos is here, but he doesn't care. He's got Chime in the back swings. He's got the damage on the Fake God. Just need to be able to get one more auto. Does not secure it. And instead, they get the knockup on to Meteos. True Shot Barrage. There it is from Keith to be able to get the Rampage. Meteos double kill to Keith. Well done out of Golden Guardians Academy. A Blaze Olive kiting that one so well. Two people were there, and he was not deterred. He wanted the fight. With those two members gone, means the siege will continue. They got the jump on a Breezy, but Chime easily going to be able to get out of there. The Blast Cone was able to save Breezy's life for now, but really, that wasn't what Golden Guardians Academy wanted in the first place. They wanted the turrets. They wanted the damage. They want the game. Keith did jump in. Looking to see if he could get that damage on Schlegel, was able to slow him with the Iceborne Gauntlet. Of course, again, it's about the objective play coming in from Golden Guardians Academy. They have this massive lead for themselves. There is going to be the Infernal Dragon spawning up shortly with all that vision inside of the base of 100 Thieves Academy. There's nothing that they're going to be able to do without Golden Guardians Academy having some knowledge of the plays in advance. So with everyone backing, recalling, I'm betting they're probably just going to send Zion Spartan to be able to secure that Infernal Soul for the team, with the rest of the members going straight on to that Baron. Now, this could be a risky play coming in from 100 Thieves Academy. I wondered if they were going to just try to see if they could rush down the Baron. I've read so far. There it is, the rush. They're trying the desperation Hail Mary play on Baron, but here's Destiny Gate spotting him out. Going to be able to get the True Shot Barrage and a lot of damage on it to Prismal. Giant Spartan, he's in the wings. He's looking to engage. They got the damage on a Fake God. The Cyclone Emperor's Defy to be able to knock him away, but he continues to look for the hunt. They have the stuns that they need to, but it's not enough. It's the damage coming in from everyone. They got the double kill coming in from Zion Spartan. He's going to be able to get more. Illegal barely holding on to life, but it doesn't matter. They got the shutdown they need to, and it's going to be finally an ace coming in for Golden Guardians Academy. They lost one single member, but it does not matter. The game will be theirs. They've got the fight. They don't need the Baron. The perfect game was gone a while ago, unfortunately for them, but it doesn't matter. It will still be a W in the books, and it will tie them up. There's that huge two-way tie for second. Well, it's like a six-way tie. Make it 7, because here you go. GGSA, fine win.